High protein, perfect keto macros, keto approved, cinnamon roll protein muffins.
Work it, make it, do it, makes us harder, better, faster, stronger.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Nicole. Thank you so much for stopping by. I have a recipe video. It's been a long time since we've done a recipe video here on the channel, and I'm excited to bring this one to you. This one was created actually by mistake that I'm going to explain in the video, but wow, it is perfection. And my son that has a nonverbal autism, Trey, if you follow my other videos, you know all about him. He is loving these, and my youngest, Waylon, with no exceptionalities, he is 4, he loves them, and the hubby approves as well. And I can tell you they taste full of cinnamon roll flavor in a muffin form. Super easy. You probably have all the ingredients on hand. Let's get to cinnamon roll protein muffins. Ingredients you're going to need are 1 1/4 cup of almond flour, finely sifted. We're going to need 2 scoops of vanilla protein powder. I suggest using a whey protein over the just beef one like Equip because it cooks differently. So whey definitely cooks a little bit better in my opinion. And I really like the way the Perfect Keto Whey cooks. They come in many flavors, and I always have a discount code down below that will save you when getting this product. So 2 scoops of that. Some Greek organic 100% grass-fed plain Greek yogurt. You don't have to use grass-fed, but make sure you get Greek organic and full fat if you can yogurt. And this is 1 cup you're going to need for your yogurt today. For baking powder, we're going to be using 2 teaspoons and 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and 2 teaspoons of cinnamon. You can definitely add more to your taste. This is just for the muffins. We also have a few ingredients you're gonna need for your glaze, for your cinnamon roll protein muffins. In my sifter, I'm gonna add my 1 1/4 cup of almond flour. I get my almond flour from Sam's Club, and it says finely sifted, but I always like to sift it myself. I think anytime you're sifting when baking, it definitely helps the cooking process, and it definitely makes a difference. So that's a tip with baking when keto is always sift no matter what the packaging says. Next, we're gonna add our 2 teaspoons of baking powder right in along with the almond flour. Cinnamon is going in next. We are doing 2 teaspoons of that, and if it looks like I'm using a little bit more, I'm not mad about it. I love cinnamon, and my jar is getting down to the very end, so it's kind of hard to scoop out. Lastly to this, we're gonna add our 2 scoops. Now I'm using the scoop that comes in the Perfect Keto jar, and that's how I'm measuring out when I'm saying 2 scoops to add to this. You're gonna find that it is super fine. Y'all see how powdery that is? It's just perfect. And the vanilla flavoring in this is gonna give it really good flavor and good texture in the muffins itself. Now we're gonna take it and sift it. When I sift, guys, I like to, if yours have these little prongs, I like to hit it on the side of my bowl instead of using my hand. I just feel like it comes out pretty quickly that way versus doing your hand. It feels like it takes forever. Now this recipe was actually made last week by accident. I was following another recipe originally, and I was going to make cinnamon rolls, and halfway through the recipe, it was actually a standard American diet recipe that I was trying to keto-fy, and I realized that wasn't gonna work. So I kind of just threw some stuff in a bowl and winged it, and it worked out beautifully. And the macros on this are amazing, and the kids love them, the hubby loved them. They are great, and a great freezer item to have as well if you want to meal prep. So all of our dry ingredients are now sifted. Look how finely sifted that is. It is much better than just throwing and dumping it all in the bowl. I'm now gonna put my wet ingredients directly into the bowl. So I've got 1 cup of our Greek style organic yogurt. So I'm gonna go ahead and just put that in here. Vanilla extract going in. I need to get to Sam's Club to get some more because it is baking season. Y'all let me know if you are baking up like a storm in your kitchen in preparation for Thanksgiving and for the holidays. With the same spatula, because I don't like to dirty up a lot of dishes. I don't know about y'all, but I do not like washing dishes, and I don't like unloading my dishwasher. First world problems. So we're using the same exact spatula, and we're just going to mix this up now. It is going to be pretty thick in consistency as you see here, but that is okay. It's gonna work out just fine when we go to put it in our muffin tins. And as you can see, it looks pretty thick when you first get going, but when you start stirring it pretty well, then it starts getting into muffin batter mix like we want. So this is perfect. Muffin liner I'm using today, I'll have it linked down below. It is from Amazon. I love it. It is silicone, but it has this sturdy like metal ring around it to where you can hold it like this, and you can sit it directly directly in the oven like this as well. And that's what I'm gonna do today instead of putting it on a sheet pan. So I'm gonna take my little gadget here. It's my little cookie spooner thing that is about a tablespoon each. And I'm gonna put 2 tablespoons of my mixture in each of our 12 silicone liners. Now I do have a little bit of mixture left to mine, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna scrape the bowl down a little bit, and I'm gonna add it to the ones that I feel like might be lacking a little bit, that didn't get a full tablespoon like some of the other ones did when scooping it out of the bowl. This isn't going to make a big, huge deal with the macros. If you're concerned about each muffin, it might be a little bigger than the other ones, but it is all good at the end of the day because we do not wanna let any of this go to waste. What I like to do now is I actually take the pan itself and I just drop it a couple of times or a few times until it flattens out. This will also let any excess air bubbles out when baking so it can convect really well in the oven. I give it a good little shake just to distribute it even so all of them look pretty even and the same when cooking. You don't want one to look all lopsided and the other to look even. We've got a 350-degree preheated oven and we're going to bake these for 18 minutes or until a toothpick comes out and it is nice and clean. No joke, halfway through baking, I forgot, mom brain, y'all feel me out there, to sprinkle each of them with just a little bit of golden Lakanto monk fruit sweetener and a little bit of cinnamon as well before we put the glaze on. How did I forget that? Perfection. When they come out of the oven, I'm gonna let them sit for about 10 minutes and let them cool before I start the glazing process. So just to show y'all how easy they came out, look how incredible they look coming out. You've got the little sprinkle of Lakanto and cinnamon. Don't forget, like I did before you pop them in the oven, that definitely adds a little pop of flavor that you want. And this thing is life. Now what we're gonna do is take our powdered Lakanto, you can use Swerve, whatever you have on hand, half a cup of that, and then 6 pumps of Jordan's Skinny Syrup. Now you can use vanilla extract if you don't want to use Jordan's Skinny Syrup, or you can just use plain almond milk and add a little bit of vanilla extract and some cinnamon. It's totally fine if you don't have this on hand. But I'm gonna add 6 pumps of this. It's gonna give it a nice vanilla sweet flavor for the glaze. Half a cup of powdered sugar and 6 pumps of my Jordan's Vanilla Skinny Syrup. Take your whisk and whisk until you get to the glaze consistency you want. You might need to add a little bit more liquid if it's not looking like you want it. It's looking good. I actually did 1 more pump, so I did about 7 pumps today. It just depends on how much powdered sugar actually goes in your bowl. And now we're gonna take each one of our muffins and we're just going to dip them directly into the glaze, just like so. And then you're gonna let them sit over on a paper plate or a paper towel and then let them dry for just a minute. And I actually go back and dunk mine a second time if I have any leftover glaze. Glaze is gone, looking good. You can definitely skip that step if you don't want it super sweet, because I will say with the Jordans, it is very sweet that way. You might wanna just do almond milk with a little bit of vanilla, a little bit of cinnamon, and you're good to go. Or just eat them plain with the monk fruit and the cinnamon on top is really all you need. And there's our final product, guys. So I like to let these cool, finish cooling, and let the glaze kind of harden and set on top on the countertop. You can store these in the fridge. I will tell you that Trey doesn't like these when they're cold. He likes them room temperature. They will last room temperature for a couple of days and then definitely will last longer in the fridge. And you can freeze these and they defrost beautifully as well for a make ahead meal prep item for yourself or for your kids. Macros are 2 net carbs per muffin, 8 grams of fat, 7 protein, and 104 calories. Trey, is that good? That's good, buddy? He definitely likes them fresh, guys, versus being in the fridge. Just FYI if you have kids with sensory. So that is a cinnamon roll protein muffin recipe. Everything will be typed down in the description box down below, and also the macros are there that you can add into your carb manager to make it easy peasy to track. And I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if you did, please give it a huge thumbs up. That helps me out so much. And if you're new here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button and make sure all your notifications are clicked so you do not miss a future upload from me. I do have some new recipes that I plan on making and sharing with you guys. It is that season for me where I like to play in the kitchen kitchen and share things with you. So make sure that you do not miss out on those. I hope you're having an amazing day. If you make these protein cinnamon roll muffins, guys, make sure to tag me on Instagram if you make them, if you share them, if your kids are eating them, take videos, whatever. I love seeing y'all make recipes that I share in your kitchen. So tag me on any social media platform so I can see. Y'all have an amazing day, an awesome weekend, and I'll see y'all in the next video. Bye, y'all.